So in order to select all the object on this viewport, I can hit A so that it will select everything, and I can hit delete to delete all the object. And now what I am doing, I will go to add mesh, and then I will add one cube. So a cube is added, then shift D to duplicate, then I will hit Y, it will go on Y direction like this. Then I will select this one, shift D, then X, I will take it on this direction. So you can see right now these three objects are created, and it is cube 001, 002. Now what I will do, I will select this one. If I rotate it on Y direction, you can see it is rotating on Y direction. While it is rotating, it is not affecting any other object. Okay, so I will hit Ctrl Z. Then if I want to select multiple objects at once, what I can do, I can select each one by clicking shift. Okay, I just hold shift, then I am selecting each. So now you can see three of them are selected. Now in this way I can select. Otherwise there is one more option. I can use this select box and I can just drag and select it like this. Okay, so this is also possible. Now what I will do, I will select this one, and again I will select all these three. Okay, I will hit R, then I will hit Y. At that time you can see it is not rotating on this axis. It has its own axis, right? But it is not rotating on that way. You can see I will do again R, then X. It is rotating somewhere here. Why it is so? So this is what called as pivot point. So basically each object has its own pivot point at the center. Okay, but if I go for multiple object by clicking shift, then if I try to rotate it by hitting R, see that line, it's start from somewhere here. So this is called as pivot point. Let me hit Ctrl Z. Now in order to change this one, we have options. So you can see at the top here. So this is called as transform pivot point. So in order to change or control the pivot point, we are using this. Now if I click this one, by default it is a median point. Median point in a sense, like you have multiple objects selected, so it will consider the sum of this a center of that sum. So somewhere here it will consider, like it will take multiple object and it will consider the center of all of these. Okay, that is called as median. Now if I try to change active element, what is active element? Before selecting active element, I will explain what it is. So now you can see I will select this, shift and select this. So at that time you can see the color of these two are different. Now this color, okay, whatever you can see, right, this is called as passive and this is the active. If I do shift and select this, now these two are passive and this is active. Okay, if I do shift and select this one, now this is active. So this is called as active. By default active has more precedence than the passive. Like active has the ability to control the passive. That we will check in different scenarios. Now what I will do, see here, now this is the active one. I will go to pivot and I will make it to active element here. Now if I try to rotate this one, you can see it is rotating based on this active element. Ctrl Z again. Now what I will do, I will hit shift and I will select this one. Now if I hit R, then it is rotating based on that element. Okay, Ctrl Z again. Now there is one more option called as 3D cursor. So this is what you are seeing here. The round one is called as 3D cursor. You can see here. Okay, so if you want to control this one, then you can click this and you can click anywhere, so it will go there. Okay, I can click here and there, see it is going there. Okay, so based on this it will rotate. That is what the cursor pivot point. Now if I hit R, you can see these three are moving according to this 3D cursor. Let me add cursor point here. Then if I hit R, then it is based on this 3D cursor. So if you are not seeing this one, then what you can do, you can go to layout. So make sure you are checked this one. If it is not checked, then you cannot see that 3D cursor. Okay, and if you want to take this one to the center, then what you can do, Shift S, then you can do cursor to world origin, so it will go there itself. Then you can go for select box. Then what is bounding box? So if I click bounding box, it is same as median itself. The concept is like cube or a box will be created to this one. It is like an imaginary box, it will be created for these three, and center of that box will be considered as pivot point. So if I hit R, so you can see somewhere at the center. So imaginary box is created and there is a center point for that one. But what about individual? So if I select individual, then individually it will rotate. So if I hit R, then it will rotate individually. So this is called as pivot point. I hope you understood.